he's really upset because he don't have no pocket change.
Come on, sir.
Everybody has told him no. Everybody done gave him all of these problems and all of these situations. He's on his way back to his office now with his head bowed down.
Yeah.
He's ticked off.
Yes, sir.
He hasn't collected any money.
Yes, sir.
So let's fast forward and go 30 days later and see what happens.
Yes, sir. What happened?
He goes back 30 days later to house number 1.
Uh-huh.
And this time, a young man answers the door.
Yeah.
He introduces himself. And the young man calls out, "Mommy!"
Yes, sir.
The tax man is here.
Yeah.
And look at her. She comes out of the kitchen with her apron on, goes into her pocket, pulls some money out, and says, "Oh yes, Mr. Zacchaeus, thanks for giving me some time. I've got your tax money right here." She pays him, and he takes the money. He puts it in his pocket, starts to walk away, and when he gets to the door, something struck him.
Come on, preacher. Come on, preacher. Come on. Take the picture, Robert. Come on, sir.
He remembered that when he came in, a young man answered the door.
Yes, sir.
And called this lady Mommy.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he remembered 30 days before, when he was there, she was on her way to bury her only son.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He says, "Ma'am,
Now.
can I ask you a question?"
Uh-huh.
She said, "Yes." He said, "When I was here 30 days ago, you told me you were on your way to bury your only son. But when I come to the door, this young man called you Mommy."
Reverend, preach that thing.
She said, "Oh yeah. Let me tell you what happened since you went away. The last time you were here,
Yes, sir.
I was on my way to the cemetery, but I ran into a man called Jesus. He laid his hands on my face, told him to get up, sent him home with me. I got my money back from the funeral home, and that's how I got your money." That Jesus shall leave his house encouraged and inspired.
Yes, sir.
He goes to house number 2. Knocks on the door, and this time a grown man answers the door. Tells him to come on in. It says, "If you wait, I'll get my wife."
Go ahead now.
He yells out, "Honey, the tax man is here." She comes out, pays her what she owes. Zacchaeus walks to the door, and again a light goes off in his head.
Yes, sir.
Turns around and says, "Miss, didn't you tell me the last time I was here that your husband was in the cemetery? Didn't you tell me he was wild? Didn't you tell me he was crazy? Well, you must work pretty fast if you got another husband." She said, "Lord, let me tell you what happened since the last time I was here. Since you were here last, over there in the cemetery, a man called Jesus. My husband sat at his feet, and when he was done with him, he told him, put him in his right mind. He got his job back, and that's how I got to him." Zacchaeus isn't running yet. He's on his way back to his office now. But he had to walk past this person.
Yes, sir.
And while walking past, he says to himself, "I'm not even going to bother with her. She's the one with the blood condition. She's probably dead anyway. I might as well take my little money. And take my pocket change, go ahead on my office, and cut my off." But just while he was saying that to himself, something would not let Zacchaeus pay.
Come on, sir.
So he goes to the house, knocks on the door, and the same woman answers the door. He steps in, he looks around, and the house is immaculate.
My God, my God.
Everything is in its proper place. He looks at the woman and she has freshly done hair.
Huh.
She's She's gone to the nail salon of Jerusalem. Her dress is freshly ironed. And he said, "Madam, wasn't I here 30 days ago?" She says, "Oh yeah." He says, "Well, you must have a twin sister that's dead." She says, "Oh no, let me tell you what happened since the last time. Somebody told me about a man named Jesus. They told me he could have healing in his body. And I'll tell you that, kids, what I did. I had to get down on my knees. And I had to crawl my way. And I hear saying I didn't get to touch him. But I got to touch the hem. And I hear Jesus saying to the woman, your faith has made you whole." And when I got up off my knees, my body was healed. I'm going back to Levittown now. I'm glad that you let me just tell this little story. But I bet you I got a couple of witnesses that would say, like Zacchaeus would say, that I came to Jesus.